Do not go down to level 1.
It is the deepest. It is dangerous down there.
I have lost a friend there. His name is Coulter. Well, this is what the road to the bunker looks like now. This path goes through all the snow. Apparently someone is visiting it. It is hard to walk on the snow because it's so deep. There! I did it! It was very hard. Good thing I brought my snow rackets. These ones. It was really difficult to walk. In some places, I've even fallen to my knees. I have no idea how the people whose tracks I have seen did it. Their legs must have gone numb getting here. Mine are too. Now I have to go in and climb with frozen legs. It's dangerous. You should be well rested. So why did I come back to the bunker? So that we can finish what we started. Because we weren't able to access the lower level of the bunker before. I will leave the links of the previous parts in the description below the video. We couldn't get to the lower level because it was flooded. Now, with the temperatures of the Russian winter, all the water is frozen. Finally, the lower level can be reached. Now the question is different. How do I get into the bunker? Let's go up to the bunker. It's at its rear and it is hidden under the snow. Around the snowbank, it is deceptive and dangerous. Maybe you can get inside through the concrete vents, but we don't know to what level they lead to. I will probably enter through this central entrance. To do that, I would have to go down into the excavation. This bunker was covered with dirt in order to become a forest-covered hill. That's why an excavation was built. Then, I would have to climb up to this door, and then, being inside the bunker, I'll go down to the lower level. Strangely, there are no signs of snow inside the bunker itself. Nobody comes in here. There's a path around the bunker. It probably goes all the way around the bunker if somebody follows it. I don't understand. Well, that's it. I've got to get up there, through that back door. And then I'm going to go down. All right. I went up. The snow is really deep and slippery. Stepping on the snow, you can stumble on a hole in the concrete. Really dangerous. And here's a beautiful view from the bunker. Oh, Russian winter. I hope nobody steals my stuff while I'm not there. Inside, the bunker is partially covered with snow. Snow falls through the holes in the roof. The writing on the wall. Don't look at it. I had already seen all of this on my first visit to the bunker. But now the interior is so much better lit. You have to move very carefully. Under the snow, there can be holes in the concrete. You can break your legs or hit a rebar. There have been many accidents here. Because of the snow and the sun, it is much brighter in winter than in autumn. Very good. Here I go. Walking down. When the afternoon sun breaks through the bunker, it looks nicer. It takes on a variety of colors. Lots of different lettering, tone colors, which used to be shades of gray. In winter it's good to visit these places because the water in the flooded areas turns to ice. And there are no flying insects, nor leeches, and no need for waders. Here's one of the trenches. There's a lot of snow here now. There are snowbanks everywhere. In winter, it's really dangerous to climb, especially on the roof. Your foot can fall through the snow-covered holes. If you fall, you could break your legs. It's impossible to get out of here with broken legs. I barely made it with my legs intact. There are visible holes here, but you can see some holes there. So you have to be very, very careful. It's better not to come here. So enjoy the video. It's safer that way.
Марина 01. Привет из Королева. Ну вот еще одна шахта.
That's it. I've walked a bit, rested from this snow showing on knee-deep snow. My legs are rested. Now, I'll go down to the lower level, because in summer, due to water, it will be possible to come back. I have brought my equipment for the descent. Now, I am drinking tea to warm up. I want to show you how I have secured the rope. These are the kind of rebars that stick out and are very dangerous. If you don't see them, you can trip and fall on them. This is how I have secured the rope to these rebars. I've tied the climbing carabiner to one rebar and knotted over the other. And then I pull the rope up. I did not put the rope from below, so it would be easier to get back up. That's it. I finished my tea. Now let's go down. Here we go. This gap should lead to the lower level. I've already been to the second level on my first visit. That's it. I'm downstairs. This is the central room. So far, I don't see anything particularly interesting. It's darker than it is at the top. I walked around the bunker on the lower level. This is the entrance, which I thought was under the snow. I got here in the fall, but I couldn't get anywhere since everything was underwater. There is ice down there. The water is frozen. I hope I won't fall anywhere. Looks like the water is frozen at the bottom. The walls are also painted, but much less. Not all the artists were able to get to the bottom level. The bottom level is cleaner than the upper levels. There are rebars sticking dangerously out of the concrete. Let's find out what else is in here. This is the exit to the roof. In another video, I showed the view from the top of the roof. All you can see from the top is darkness and how the water shimmers. There is most likely some kind of lifting mechanism here. There is a lot of snow. Here, somewhere, a stalker pierced his leg with a rebar. This is very dangerous. It took him a long time to get out of here. To be honest, I didn't even know who Dima Maslenikov was. But when I posted my video, many wrote in the comments that Dima Maslenikov had been here. They wrote once, then a second time, then a 10th time. Almost every fifth comment was about him. I realized that he was a guy who had been here before and had discovered something. I searched YouTube and read his comments. He said that he broke his leg in here. I just typed the phrase, Dima Maslenikov broke his leg on YouTube, and found his video. Honestly, he was behaving very strangely. The first time he came to the abandoned bunker, he shouted, "Is anyone here?" Completely out of character. The answer must have been a broken electrode flying out of the darkness. I don't know why he behaved like that. I don't know. I don't know how he managed to hurt his leg. Someone he spun it or fell on his thigh. There. But there's not even wood. There are some reinforcing bars, but you have to twist them. You have to manage to hurt your leg. I subscribe to his channel, but just to stalk. His videos are not very interesting, especially this last one, where people were running through the dark forest, near an abandoned building. Screaming, moaning, that's it. What do we have here? Sneeze and sneeze. Create the appearance of fear. And that's it. Bullshit. As for the laughs, I like the video and I watch it to the end. And in terms of a stalker, my favorite is Usha. He is way cooler. I'm sure Maslenikov would have never gone to the Pyatigorsk mines. That's dangerous. Things sticking out of the ice, sometimes unseen, pieces of reinforcing bars sticking out.
штуки.
He could trip and fall, and that's it.
Куски арматуры споткнулся, упал на такой же кусок, и все, и тебе пиздец. Ну такие вот ёбушки-воробушки. Короче,
That's it.
в общем,
Nothing
всё.
particularly interesting
Здесь
here.
ничего особо
Wait for
интересного нет
winter,
такого.
when everything will
Но
freeze,
в такую зиму дождаться,
walk
да,
here.
чтобы
In the summer you won't be able to walk around here. There'll be a lot more water, even more than in the spring.
Так воды побольше, я уверен в этом, особенно весной будет воды много. Вот так, а вот здесь еще. Вот.
Someone wrote to me in the comments that there are still another 2 floors down there, and the entrance are nearby in the forest, 1 kilometer south from the bunker. I don't know if that is true or not. I've asked for the information, but the man disappeared. I've toured the entire lower level of the bunker. The upper levels are more interesting, especially the roof. Someone tried to walk on these planks so as not to get wet, but he was able to get through not so far. Further on, everything is clear in the water and you can see the planks. It is possible to skate. From here, you can exit and come back up.
Если не через верх, как я. Деревом обито почему-то.
A strange wall covered with wood for some reason.
Дверь.
Something was strange here. A strong door.
Так, а в эту часть я не заходил.
I have to go back from where I first came.
Дырки с крыши.
That's it, guys. I'm going up to the roof and back through the snow on snowshoes to get out of this area.
В обратной дороге.